What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode number 34 of Skins in the Game. Of course, we got JW here. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Still working on settling in Florida, but things are coming together slowly but surely. But
Who's Shirley?
everything is good so far. I know. Yes, I am serious, and stop calling me Shirley. But
Yeah.
so I feel like you feel better after dealing with what you've been dealing with. Like you've got out the back end, and everything's good.
So far, so good. With that, we'll get into that with the what do you got. But here we go. Let's start this show right. The dad joke of the week. What is the dad joke of the week?
All right. What school did Sherlock Holmes attend?
Captain Obvious School. I don't know what.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh, jeez. Elementary.
Hey.
All right. Well, there you go. That's how we have
I'm
to start
just
this
the
show.
messenger. Don't shoot me.
All right, well, let's hop into what do you got for the week. I'll start with mine since you kind of alluded to it. Yeah, I have COVID, and I found out on Friday that I got the vid, and it was like the flu-like symptoms for me. It wasn't anything crazy, but this cough will not go away. So that's something I got to deal with. But it is what it is. So what do you got this week?
So you got your sense of smell back, so that's a good thing.
Yes, I did
But
lose my sense of smell, but I kept the taste. That was weird. I always thought that was like a,
yeah,
if you lose one, you can't have the other kind of thing, or at least like that they were closely tied together. But no, I kept my taste throughout the whole time, but completely lost my sense of smell. Like I had my bottle of soap and I like sprayed it into my nose, like up the air up my nose, and nothing. I could not smell a thing. It was really weird, but it's all good. Anyway,
Well, I have not had a sense of smell for the last 5 years.
yeah.
I attribute it to when I got implants and dental implants, but it has not affected my sense of taste. So I've always thought that they were interactive too, or interrelated, I should say, but apparently not. But anyway, so what I got
hmm
was we talked last week about the Jets getting 10.5 from Indianapolis. So in my pool, the betting pool I have, so
hmm
to everybody out there, I'm not actually betting hundreds of dollars, but it's a pool where you try to bet and win. And I played the Jets getting 10 and the over was like 45.
hmm
So of course it's tied 7-7. I tune into the game and their wonder kid jams,
Mike,
yeah,
whatever.
Mike
Yeah,
White, Mike
yeah,
White,
Mike White. Yeah.
yeah, jams his finger into the helmet of a defender and he's out. But I'm watching the game and their third string quarterback, I don't remember his name, sorry,
Josh
but
Johnson. He used to play for Washington.
yeah, you're right.
hmm
And he's moving the ball down the field. So, oh, the Colts are up 42 to like nothing. It wasn't nothing, but you get my point. And so they get to 45 to 30, and the Jets are just slicing them up, moving down the field. They get to the 5 yard line, and he gets hit on a throw, and it's intercepted. I'm thinking they're going to get a garbage touchdown. It's going to be 45-37. I'm golden. Everything. My two-way parlay hits. Nope. He threw a duck. Well, he didn't throw a duck, but it ended up being a duck because he got hit.
yeah.
I'm like, so here I am. I thought it was a valid pick, and I came within one play, theoretically, of it happening. But
You
that's what
remember
I
my
got.
bet with the Packers over the Cardinals with the over?
Oh,
I
yeah.
picked the Packers, and both teams at the end of the game were within the 5 yard line. The Packers were within the half-yard line. I need just one of them to walk in score, and I can't get either one of them. Yep, that is how the betting game goes, and that's very unfortunate.
Well, my
Josh
worst beat.
Johnson almost saved you.
Yeah, I know. My worst beat ever was this was quite a few years ago. LaDainian Tomlinson was still playing for the Chargers, and the over/under was 41. Or no, it was 41 and a half.
41 and a half, yep.
And the Chargers were up 41-0 at halftime. I'm thinking, I'm golden. They shank a 22-yard field goal. I mean, it wasn't close. It was like, which to those out there that buy into,
it was probably Nate Kading. I think, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, but those who buy into, Vegas and the NFL kind of being in cahoots. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I think I always tell people I find it curious. Just curious. So
you're a conspiracy curious, not conspiracy theorist.
That's right. I keep my mind open, but anyway. So yeah, that's what I got for this week is I hate the NFL and betting. I have not been able to pull out anything good, but anyway.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Chris wanted me to shout out the new the second channel, and it's the Tim and Jerris Sports Talk, I believe you called it. I should have looked this up beforehand because we just changed the name today, but I think it's the Chris and Tim Sports Talk. No, excuse me, Tim and Jerris Sports Talk. So Jerris is going with his abbreviated name from now on, and we got a new logo and new stuff, but we have a new channel also, so go over there and subscribe to it. I'll put the link in the description later. All right, cool.
So wait, before we move on, can just give me the back story on Chris and Jerris. What is that, his last name, or what is
Jerris is a combination, I believe, of his middle name and last name, and it's a acronym for something religious. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's something like Jesus encouraging or something. It's something.
Okay.
It's something to do with his religious. That's also an acronym, and then a combination of his middle name and last name also. So
that's cool. All right, I just didn't know when I saw Jerris pop up, and you're like, "That's Chris." I just wanted to understand it, but anyway. Yeah. So move along. I'm good now. Right.
Yeah, no worries. That's we'll have to have him tell the story better on the next episode of Tim and Jerris Sports Talk. All right, cool. Well, I just wanted to touch on the Wizards. I know we usually don't watch basketball until the playoffs are starting, usually that's only if the Wizards are doing good. But the Wizards are doing really, really good right now. They're actually starting off 7-3, and they are according to the power rankings. Yeah, according to the power rankings, they are 6th overall in the entire league. They just beat the defending champs, the Bucs, 2 nights ago, and they're currently playing the Cavaliers, or they should be starting soon, at 7 o'clock, so we'll keep up with that game. But yeah, and they're doing it in an interesting way of Bradley Beal, the last couple of years, has had to have scored like 33 points or more for the Wizards to win a game. Like, he's like the only offensive powerhouse on that team at all. But this year he's only averaging 24.2, which is really low for his standards. But we're winning anyway because he doesn't need to score, because we added Montrezl Harrell, Spencer Dinwiddie, Kyle Kuzma, all averaging double-digit points. We got a lot of those guys in that trade from the Lakers for trading away Russell Westbrook, and then we also got Caldwell Pope in that trade. He's averaging nearly 10 points a game. So it's kind of cool to see that the Wizards are doing really well with the new coach, Wes Unseld Jr., the old great player, the old great bullet. His son is now the new head coach. I don't even know if you knew that.
I did not know that. But I will say, just as an aside, is I'm really enjoying watching the Lakers choke in a couple of games. They have like a 22-point lead, and they lost. So, sorry. To those out there that don't know, I'm not a LeBron fan. Just not. We could go on and on about that for like 5 hours about why, but just suffice it to say that I really like when he doesn't win. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, they're 6-5 right now. Yeah. And we're playing the Cavaliers, who also are 7-4, which us and the Cavaliers were not expected to have good years. So we're both off to quite a hot start. I think they're like top 10 in the rankings right now as well, which is pretty crazy to think about. But awesome. All right. Well, that's enough about the Wizards. Let's hop into some Washington conversation. And before the show, you said you hadn't heard about this, so this is fun.
I know. This is
Washington
news to me.
adds a new kicker again. So no more Chris Blewett. No more jokes needed. All right. And
So wait, just to be clear,
okay,
they let Blewett go.
released.
He's gone. Okay. All right, thank
Adioso.
you.
Because he couldn't kick it over the line. I mean, I've never seen somebody in the NFL have their three out of their first 5 kicks blocked. That's insane. Like you're unlucky if you get 1 or 2 blocked a season, not 3 out of your first 5.
Yeah,
So,
and when one of your kicks hits a defense in the helmet, that's not good.
No, hits offense in the helmet. It hit your own left guard.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
it's not
not
like
good.
a defender doing this. It's just like, oh, I hit somebody. Yeah, you're not going to make many field goals like that. But go ahead.
So we added a new Carolina Panther, Joey Sly. He actually has been bouncing around the league. He got cut in 2020, the end of 2020, because he wasn't very good, unfortunately. The final year in Carolina, he went 1 for 6 from over 50. He's an 80% career field goal percentage maker, however you want to say that. And so he's also as big as a linebacker. So we may be able to get a 2-for-1 here. Maybe we could get a kicker and a linebacker. Not really, but he's like huge. If you look at him, like he's got big arms. Like he's not one of those skinny little weirdo kickers. Like the guy.
So in other words, he's like a college.
Player.
He's like a college kicker where they pull the linebacker out to make kicks because they don't hire a kicker.
Yeah. So this guy has a super strong leg, but his problem is accuracy. So we'll have to see if he can't line that up. But what do you think about the new kicker there?
Well, I think there's nowhere to go but up. I mean, what am I going to say? No, I really wish they kept Blewett because I think he was going to get better. No, I mean, they're at the bottom of the barrel, so he can't possibly wait. Hold on, let me back up. This is the WFT, so but
yeah,
I think there's no way to go but up.
Full of WTF moments.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, Blewett was obviously not the answer. Not sure where they pulled him from. Well, I understand he set records at his college, blah blah blah, but I don't see it being anything other than better. But that's only going to last until the first 50-yard kick he has to make, and then if he makes it, I'm going to be like best choice ever.
Momo said maybe Rita could kick for him. Couldn't do much worse than what Blewett was doing. I'm telling you, seriously.
Yeah, I could go out there and do as good as Blewett. So.
A good team would have no need to trot out their kicker like this. I'm not sure what you mean, but trajectory is trash.
Well, and maybe he's talking about the fact that
they're
making they're making a big announcement about a kicker. Like a good team would not be dealing with, trotting out your kicker choice at this time. Maybe I'm just guessing what he was talking about, but I get that if your team was 7-2 and you had problems with your kicker, it wouldn't be that big of news. But somebody that's 2-6, then I get it. So maybe that's what he meant. I don't know, but that's what I'm going with.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know where he was going, but anyway, all right. Well, enough about the kicker. Yeah, I agree. Hopefully it goes up from here, as it's hard to go down. As I said, like 3 kicks blocked in 2 games is unbelievable. I mean, that's just I don't know if anybody else has ever done that. So, that might be a record. 3 kicks blocked in 2 games might be a record, or at least a tied record. I don't know, because that's rare. All right, but on to the next topic, and I'm just curious. We are basically right here at the halfway mark, going into week 10, and so we have 9 weeks through the season. There's an 18-week season now. What are your mid-season thoughts on this football team?
I don't think it's much different than it's been over the last few years, but maybe a little bit is I really think they're this close to being good. I think offensive They moved the ball. They moved it against Green Bay. They moved it last week, and then they shoot themselves in the foot. And the defense has been, I think, the last couple games have been playing good enough to win. Although third down is still uh, confusing to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that they're close in these games where it's like they could have won. I think there was at least 3 games. I think had they not shot themselves in the foot, they could have won. So I think they're close. But my biggest takeaway from this season is the defense is not, the front line is not anywhere near what I thought they were going to be. They've shown glimpses of it, but and maybe it's a secondary because teams know get it out in 2 seconds. Doesn't matter what your offensive line or defensive line does.
Mm-hmm.
So I just Chase Young, the front 4, all #1 draft picks, have not been anywhere near what I hoped they would be, and that's my biggest takeaway. But I think I don't know. I shouldn't even say it. They're 2-6. They're not good. I'd like to think they're heading in the right direction. I still think the back office or the front office issues are still plaguing them. And I know a lot of people I read in the Facebook group I'm on that are like, until Dan Snyder goes, this team is not going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that has a lot to do with the fact that the calls on the field are suspect. Let's just say that. They seem slanted. And maybe that has to do with the fact that the NFL just doesn't like Dan Snyder. I don't know. Again, I find it curious. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Don't shoot me.
I'm not a. I'm a conspiracy. A conspiracy curiosity or
Yes.
whatever.
Just makes me wonder.
I'm a curious conspiracy theorist.
Yes.
Or something. I don't know. I don't know what you are, but that is funny. No, It's interesting because there are games that we could have come out on the other side, and like where the Chiefs or something like that could have lost to the Browns week 1, and then their season could have even been looking worse than what it is right now, right? And we're similar in that boat. I can understand what you're saying because, like, the Saints game, if we don't allow that huge 3rd and 9 touchdown and then a touchdown right before half, where are we in that game? Like, it's 2-3 plays. Like, take those away, and we're right in it, if not winning the game.
Yep.
Like we could have easily beat the Chargers if we get off the field on that 3rd and forever, or 3rd and 16 or whatever it was, and for some reason John Bostic goes 16. And double. Yeah,
it's 3rd and 16. Don't play 17 yards off your receiver. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, John Bostic double teamed the flat. Anyway, that's a whole other debacle. But
yeah. Down the rabbit hole.
So. We could be there. That's 4-4. If the offense shows up against the Packers, where would we be? Like, if we make field goals against Denver, maybe we could win that game because we got into field goal range again, and I think we went for it on 4th down, and we missed 2 field goals in that game, and we lose by 7. So that could be a 19-17 win if we have a field goal kicker. So I understand what you're saying. There's definitely games where you are right there, and it sucks because if you get those wins, now we're sitting at 5-3 instead of 2-6, and if things changed a little bit here or there, it would matter. But now you feel like it doesn't matter. Like, okay, so a couple things change. You still have to go against the champions this week. You still have Russell Wilson, who's coming back healthy. You still have Dak Prescott twice. You have still 3 other division games outside of that. So those are always tough. You're in a situation where you don't really feel like, okay, even if you turned it around, it would make a difference. But now, so that's what sucks about this season because the Cowboys have Dak this year, so they're sitting at 6-2 instead of whatever they were last year, 3-5. and then all of a sudden you still feel like you have a chance, like Ron Rivera said, and then we did. We ended up coming back and winning the whole thing. But 7-9 ain't getting you to the dance this year. Like, you got to win. You have to get at least 9 wins, I would say, to get into the playoffs at all. And then you're not winning the division with 9 wins either. So it's tough. And I'm with you on the defense also, because the defense has just been pathetically bad. Pathetically bad. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've never seen a position group or a side of the football that was so hyped up into a year on any team and have such a fall that they've had. It's unbelievable. We're literally supposed to be in the top 3, and we're basically in the bottom 3 of every category. Like, that's insane. Of a fall.
Yeah, that's got to be
grace.
Another record for sure.
Yeah, it's the projections on you were so high, and it's not even like, as I've said before also, it's not even like you've had a ton of injuries. You know, it's not like your offense was expected to be a top 5 offense and your quarterback goes down, your three of your starting offensive linemen, you lost 2 receivers, and now you're one of the worst offenses in the league. Shocker. Okay, you lost everybody. No, it's like pretty much everybody of note has been pretty much healthy. Your entire defensive line has been healthy. Your starting safeties, your starting corners. Our corners have been banged up a little bit, but still, like, they played enough games where you would see enough of an effect from them. They've just been bad, and that's what's so sad and frustrating about this team is the defensive side of the ball. Like, I was on Protech's channel, and he asked the question of, like, what would you grade each position group, which could be a fun thing to do if you wanted to. Why not? Go ahead. Grade every position group before I go on this.
Wait, currently?
Mm-hmm.
Secondary, D.
No. I'm sorry. I said position group. I keep saying position group. I meant side of the football, like offense, defense, special teams. Just those 3.
Oh, I'd say that offense has been C-.
Mm-hmm.
They're close. You know, they came close to or maybe, you know what? Maybe even a D+. They came close to passing, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Special teams, nothing fancy. They've had a couple good returns or whatever, but they'd have to be an average, a C. And I'd say that the defense is probably a C-, where I think, again, they played good enough to win a game, but they haven't been what they were supposed to be. So that would mean my grades off the cuff.
Yeah, I said C for the offense because I didn't expect. I guess I'm grading them on a curve, both the offense and the defense, because I didn't expect a whole lot, and I feel like they've actually kept us in some games, and I'm surprised by that, I guess you could say. So I would say C for them because they haven't been great, but they also, against Atlanta, against New York, they actually showed up big in those games. Of course, they've had some duds like against Kansas City, or really the last 3 weeks have been duds for the offense, which definitely hurts them. But you could argue that there was a B before then, like, because they were actually showing up big time.
You're right. Prior to 3 weeks ago, the offense was graded better than the defense because the defense couldn't stop, couldn't stop anything.
Yeah,
but
I marked the defense as an F, and I'm grading them on a curve as well. I mean, they have been so abysmally bad, pathetic. I mean, on third down, I think we're still first in history on how much on third down we've given up. And when am I going to see a defense that can stop a team consistently on third down? Like, so I feel like the last 10 years have been like this.
Let's visit that for a second. What is the common denominator or whatever that you can stop a team on first and second, and in some cases stop them for a total of 2 yards, or -5, -7, -10, and yet on third down you can't stop a team. What is the, and this is an honest question to you, is that coaching? Is that play calling? Is it execution? What is that? Because they have been able to stifle an offense on first and second down. Some of the best offenses, nothing. In fact, tackles in the backfield. So they have it in them. What is, what's,
I blame Jim He hasn't been a coach for a while.
no, but you know what? And maybe I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just thought it. But I want Jim Haslett with the 0 blitz on 3rd and 15.
Excuse me.
I want them to have to burn us deep in a second and a half because he's sending 8 guys or 7 guys to rush the quarterback. And that was Jim Haslett's thing, 0 blitz, right? He loved the blitz. Greg Williams, and I'm not going to get into his whole character issues, but they were blitz happy coaches. But again, it's an honest question. How do we stop a team for 0, sometimes negative yards and 2 downs? They can't get a yard and sometimes lose 2 or 3. But you get the 3rd down, 3rd and 17, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18, 3rd and forever, to your point. And suddenly our defense can't function.
Can't do anything. Yeah.
It can't be, it's the same people playing on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. So you can't necessarily say they don't have the right personnel. But what is it on 3rd down?
It's a combination of all 3. I mean, because the secondary has been abysmal all year long. It's the back 7 have been so bad. I mean, they can't cover anybody. I mean, you had a 3rd and 7 last week, and Benjamin St. Juste, the rookie, doesn't even put a hand on the receiver. Just doesn't even put a hand on him, and he lets him. It's a timing route, deep throw, just straight down the line, and it's a beautiful throw by Teddy Bridgewater. But it's because they were basically at practice. Because Benjamin St. Juste doesn't slow down the receiver at all, and he gives up the deep route. Like, he gives up the over the top. So that's execution by the defender, right? So
okay,
that's an
hold on.
execution situation. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Then how do they get to 3rd and 17?
It was 3rd and 7.
No, but, okay. How do they get to 3rd and 7? If the secondary can't stop a guy, how do they get to 3rd and 7? Why don't they just slice
them? Because we actually are decent against the run. That's like the only good thing that we can actually stop is the run. So teams that
note to offensive coordinators, pass the ball every down.
Seriously, I mean, like and guess what? We're gonna get into it with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's going to do that. Tampa Bay barely runs the football, and we're gonna get sliced and diced. But seriously, like Chase Young is a microcosm of this. His run PFF grade is like 93. But then his pass rush PFF is like 62 or something like that. And it's the same thing the whole way around. We actually can stop the run. And think about it. We have guys like Cole Holcomb that are tackle machines. We got Landon Collins, who's known to be able to an interior safety, right? And he can get in there and eat up the run. Our defensive line. Some of the best run stuffers in the league. Jonathan Allen's amazing in the run. Deron Payne's amazing in the run. I just mentioned Chase Young. We actually stop the run. If a team ever runs on 1st and 2nd down, they're not going to get a lot. But then they could get the huge chunk on 3rd down. Then you got stupid play calling. Like 4th and 3, 2 weeks ago against the Packers, we have Chase Young in coverage. He can't cover. And sure enough, Aaron Rodgers got out into space, finds Devontae Adams, touchdown. Or 3rd and 8 last week against Denver, or 2 weeks ago against Denver. We had a 3rd and 8. Chase Young, again, in coverage. And Chase Young basically decided he didn't want to get burnt. And I don't make this up. This is what he was mic'd up on the sideline. And he said, I wasn't getting juked. And so he didn't attack. He kind of just stood there and let Jerry Jeudy get up the sideline and completes it on a 3rd and 8. Like, he didn't want to attack and he didn't want to get juked. And so execution, also play calling, because 3rd and 8, that's the money down. That's when the defensive line is supposed to be able to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback. And what do? You put Chase Young in coverage, whose dad literally told his Pee-wee coach or whatever, move him, because he was a linebacker originally, move him to defensive end because he sucks in space. So what does our coach do? Put him in space. Like, the guy has never been good in space in his life. Right. And yet that's what our coach decides to do. So it's a combination of like a little bit of everything. We're just not doing our jobs when we get out there. We're not having the coaching make the right play call at the right time. And it's just it's a perfect storm of terribleness. Just like it's a terrible play call, that deep shot before the Saints. Why don't we? I mean, you see it all the time. There's literally 8 seconds left in the half. They have no timeouts. Anything in the middle of the field is fair game. Do whatever you want in the middle of the field. Have 2-3 guys up each sideline and have 3-4 guys standing on the goal line and have 2 guys rushing. How many is that? Yeah. 4, 10, and you can have 1 guy rush. Who cares? What does it matter? Let Jameis Winston stand back there and look at the field all day long. I don't care. But what do? We have 10 guys within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. And then so we have nobody back there to defend the deep shot, and they go to the end zone, and none of our guys are in the right position because they're running with the receivers. And if you do that, you're going to get screwed every single time because the receivers are literally paid to track a ball. That's what they're paid to do. That's what they're bread and butter. Track the ball in the air. And you have a bunch of defenders that aren't going to be as good at that, especially when you talk about guys like Landon Collins, a rookie Benjamin St. Juste, Bobby McCain's trash butt. Like, it's bad. And that's
they always say
play calling.
They always say cornerbacks are receivers that can't catch.
Yeah, it's just terrible. So it's a combination of all those things, and it sucks to say that because, I mean, you knew I love Jack Del Rio. I thought that was an amazing hire because the guy has had top defenses all the time and quickly. And he gets these guys also at the top of their game quickly. Like, he developed Von Miller super quickly. He developed Khalil Mack super quickly. But then for some reason, Chase Young can't get developed at all. And he's supposed to be this generational talent. And it just sucks.
By the way, just a quick aside to G-Man. He said the D.C. mayor said that Dan would never get a stadium. The reason why we have a stadium in Maryland is because Jack Kent Cook tried to deal with Sharon Pratt Kelly, and she tried to she was the mayor at the time that tried to jack him up, and he's like, fine, I'll move out of D.C. So Dan is not the first person that D.C. tried to claim was not going to get a stadium. But anyway, just a quick aside.
What up, Woody? Lack of pass rush always makes the secondary look bad. I'm telling you, the ball's out in 2 seconds, dude. It's crazy how fast the ball is out. But you're right. Typically, what you're saying is true. But in our case, it's crazy how fast the ball is out of there. Like, it's so fast.
And the times where the quarterback's been camping back there, it's because they've dropped off 2 or 3 other guys, and they're only rushing 3 or 4. And he's got all day to pass, and he's going to eventually slice it up. But I think that's to cover the secondary that sucks.
I have not heard this. Apparently, there's a rumor that Curtis Samuel and the coaching staff are having problems. I guess maybe they think that Curtis Samuel is milking this injury. I don't know. I doubt it. But I have not heard any of that, so who knows. RFK site is earmarked to be affordable housing. The people there fought for a decade for that to happen. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not.
But I will say, and I'm sorry, I saw this earlier and I can't remember who posted it, but Jeff Bezos, and he owns the Washington Post, and there has been a rumor going around a while that he's doing everything he can to I'm not saying he's making stuff up, but he's doing everything he can to publicize all the problems of the Redskins with the idea that he wants to buy the team, and he wants it to make the team so unpalatable to Dan Snyder that Snyder's going to sell it to him. So I have heard that, and I think there's some credence to that.
Right. I don't know that, and I would love Jeff Bezos as the owner. Okay, because first of all, the only reason why I wouldn't have liked him is because of like the progressivism as far as changing the name. But the name's already changed, so who cares? All right, like the name's gone, so we're not getting that back. So now who cares? Jeff Bezos knows how to satisfy his customers. That's what he does. So this whole situation with the lack of stuff to do at the, I'm sorry if you can hear that.
No, I was going to say, what is there? Somebody walking outside your
Yeah,
house?
it's all good. Sorry, Ruby.
I heard it, but
You know, yeah. But anyway, um, I would love Jeff Bezos because customer service is the name of his game. The fan experience at FedEx Field or wherever else would be tremendous if Jeff Bezos was the owner because he would make things happen. Also, I'm curious where he would go with coach. Like he's very innovative. He's forward thinking. I would like Jeff Bezos a lot as the new owner, and he has a ton of money. He wouldn't be. I bet he wouldn't be afraid to spend anything in a case of making this team as best as he can. Bezos is a slime ball. Anybody that has enough money to buy a team is most likely a slime ball at some case. Okay, I mean we're talking about a bunch of slime balls at this point of a guy that's worth billions. Anyway, but go ahead.
So no, I was going to say, well, I forgot the other thought because the whole slime ball thing popped up, but I'm wondering if, again, hypothetically, this whole workplace environment, blah, 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 right, wrong. I'm not arguing the validity of it, but I have a hard time believing out of 32 teams, 31 teams, 32, I think it's 32,
32. Yep.
um, that in football being a man's world, that this is not happening. That the Washington football team is the only place this is happening, which again brings out my curiosity, not conspiracy theorist, but that
We're coming up with a new
maybe
word. I don't know what to call you yet, but we're gonna come up with a new word.
conspiracy curiosityer.
You're
But
conspiracy curious. I'm gonna just say that for now. You're
but
conspiracy curious. Okay.
I'm wondering, and I don't know the age group of owners, but I'm pretty sure an owner of the football team in his 30s, I think he was 38, 36 when he first bought the team in 97. I think it was 97. Pardon me
Yep.
if I don't
Right
have the
there.
dates right. But maybe the old school didn't like this brash young whippersnapper coming in and wielding his money and getting a team. I know they had to approve it, but what were they going to do? So I'm just wondering if this whole exposure to it was a man's world or man's environment in there. And again, I'm not defending, I'm not going into it. I just find it hard to believe that the
Storm Chaser. He won't be around. She doesn't think that Jeff Bezos is gonna be around for very long. Interesting.
that's interesting. But I just wonder if, or not wonder, I just find it hard to believe that the Washington football team is the only team in the NFL where the workplace environment is what would be classified in this day and age as hostile towards women. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Nobody in Texas. Nobody in Florida. Like or
yeah,
whatever.
Jerry Jones who rode a party bus with cheerleaders on the bus, and I just find that hard to believe. So
Yeah. Uh huh.
it makes me think the establishment doesn't like him. So
Yeah.
they're not going to let him succeed, and they're trying to chase him out. So, to somebody's point earlier, why Dan Snyder's worth $4 billion? Go off and enjoy your cash because the good old boy network in the NFL doesn't want you to succeed. So just a thought.
Well, I would love it, but I would love to get rid of him now. But I don't know. It sucks. We do have the worst owner in sports. It's no ifs, ands, or buts, and that's just what we're gonna have to deal with. But all right, let's go ahead and hop into this Buccaneers game. How about that?
Oh, you just shifted gears on me. Like
Yeah, here we go. Well,
went
we're at
went
40
from
minutes
fifth
left.
gear
So
to the reverse. Okay. Yep.
we have, or we're not 40 minutes left. We're at 40 minutes in. So let's go ahead and talk about this Buccaneers game. So the champs are coming to town. And of course, this is where Heineke really made his name against Tampa Bay. And right now, they're 6-2. We're 2-6. We're both coming off losses. Ours to, of course, the Broncos. Theirs coming off 2 weeks ago against the Saints. We're both on a bye week. And let's see. The injury reports are looking okay for both teams. Dad was talking about before the show that looks like we're going to get 4 out of our 5 starting offensive linemen from week 1 in this game. Brandon Sheriff, Eric Flowers, and Sam Cosmi all slated to come back this week. We'll see what Curtis Samuel looks like with his groin. It doesn't look like Logan Thomas is going to be back yet. He apparently remained sore after his Monday's workout, so he's probably not going to be back. But De'Ami Brown could be coming back, Cam Sims. With that, of course, Montez Sweat is out. That's going to hurt. And Chase Roullier, our starting center, is out. Those two, that's not who you want to see hurt. But we're getting a lot of guys back. So what are your overall thoughts going into this game? We're 9.5-point dogs. Do you think that's a fair assessment, or do you think we should be closer than that or farther?
Well, and I know in weeks past I've said that I have a hard time predicting against the Redskins. I know they play on Sunday because anybody can win, but if I had to put my life on the line,
conspiracy enthusiast. That's what he's calling you.
Yeah, there we go.
Conspiracy enthusiast. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I kind of like that. I'm not sure. I'm not enthusiastic about it. I'm just pointing out. It's like it just makes me wonder. We've had this, or I've had this discussion with people. Why is Vegas so good at a half point? Look at their record: 7.5 points. Team loses or wins by 7. They get theirs. I'm just curious. I'm not enthusiastic. I would love for somebody to be able to say, totally unfounded. There's nothing there. Great. I'm not selling that there is anything there. I just find it curious. So
you
I'm not
wouldn't believe it if they said it.
Yeah, it's like I'm not enthusiastic about possible conspiracies. I just look at things and I find it interesting.
That's anyway. I got you.
So by the way, to the world out there or the people listening, please continue to search for it because I'm not even sure conspiracy is the right thing because that would imply. Well, you know what? Let's get back to what we were talking about.
No, it's definitely a conspiracy. But anyway, go ahead.
So wait, now
the Bucs coming to town. What do you think about this game with the spread? And should we be closer in this game? What kind of chances you give us in this game?
I was going to say slim and none, but
yeah.
But you know what? The Redskins have done stranger things, but the fact that Tampa Bay is coming off a loss, they're going to be upset. They've had a bye week. Oh, I like that better than conspiracy enthusiasts, just so you know. But I just think Tampa Bay coming off a loss and it got a bye week, that they're not going to lose 2 in a row. And you know me, I'm an eternal optimist. I would love to be able to tell you, I think they're going to find a way. Mm-hmm. But unless the earth moves and something serious happens, I don't see it. Just saying. So
well, here is the name of our new channel, by the way, Tim and Jer's Sports Talk. And so if you want to go over there and subscribe to the new channel, hop in to that for sure. But yeah, I hear you, dude. Right now, Tom Brady is on another planet. He's an alien. 45 years old, I think he is now, and he's on pace for 53 touchdowns and only 11 interceptions is what this guy's on pace for. It's just insane.
Wait.
What?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Any just like Kirk Cousins, where he's a stats guy and he just wants to make himself look good?
Oh, is that what Tom Brady is? Tom Brady?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought I'd throw in some humor there, but
yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, and they don't run the football. It's so weird. Like, they have a good run game, but they just don't run it. Like, he'll throw it like 40 times before they run it 15, and they could be up by 12. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why that's how they just run things down there in Tampa Bay. I guess because he might want to be a stat patter here at 45 years old. He's like, screw it, let's just do this thing.
yeah,
But,
seven or 5 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowls. What does he have? It's not good enough. I want to pat
7
myself.
Super Bowls.
Oh, he has 7.
Yeah.
By the way, I like G-Man's conspiracy theory. We're going to get 5 sacks.
Here's a conspiracy theory for you. We're getting 5 sacks. Hey, we'll see. Bob Iger would be the ideal billionaire to buy this team. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know anything about Bob Iger. I just know that the fan experience would be really nice with Jeff Bezos. That's how I feel on that one. And as I said, I mean, billionaires, you're not going to get this wholesome billionaire that is this
squeaky clean.
Yeah, squeaky clean human being. I mean, they're going to have skeletons in their closet. It doesn't.
By the way, I heard beers went up to $12 at the stadium.
So now you have to throw out $15 if you want to basically give a tip. That's
no, you just
nuts.
go. Look, word to anybody going to the game: don't buy beer in the stands. Go up to the concourse level and go up to the concession stand. It's right there in the middle, and it's wide open. And you can get, if you want to order several beers, and you just put it on your card and give them a reasonable tip. But no, you're exactly right. Now they're going up to $12, so you're thinking, oh yeah, here's 15. Keep the change. But
yep. How about Elon Musk? Elon Musk? I don't know. I don't know about Elon Musk, dude. Like, Elon Musk would be kind of a weird owner. Like, first of all, he's really weird. But, when's the... Am I hearing right that, Tesla hasn't sold a car in, a year or something like that? I don't know what kind of customer experience Elon Musk is going to produce. I think that's going to be a weird... I wouldn't want... I would rather have Bezos than Elon Musk, personally. He's going to name us some weird thing, too, with, special letters and weird nonsense. Elon Musk... Did you see what he named his child?
I have no idea, but I want to hear this.
Hold on. Elon Musk's child. What was their name again?
Wait, what was Prince? Prince became the symbol, and then the artist formerly known as Prince, and he had a symbol, and then he went back to Prince. What was So you're saying Elon Musk is going to do alien symbols?
How is it pronounced again? I forget how it's pronounced.
Did you do a search for Elon Musk's child's name?
Yeah, but it's crazy how they spell it. And you ready for how it's spelled? This is how it's spelled. X, the weird AE that's one letter.
It's like a Greek thing, isn't it?
Okay, well, hold on. A-12. X-A-E A-12.
You know what?
It's how he spells his child's name. And
I would love to...
Shay or something. I can't remember how you pronounce it. It's something.
I would love to hear the teacher in
Ash. It's pronounced Ash. That's how you pronounce it. Their name is Ash, and it's X-A-E A-12. Is that what we want our name to be?
I would love to hear a teacher try to figure that out in the classroom. They're going through roll call and they're going,
yeah. My dad's Elon Musk. It's Ash.
Come on, man, get him.
He was smoking weed on Joe Rogan when he told. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and hop into these 5 keys to victory. How are we going to beat Tampa Bay and the Bucs? All right, I got mine written down. If you want to go first, or I could go first. Up to you.
No, I I don't know what the keys of victory. I think the 5 keys of victory are Tom Brady has a sudden bout of a serious flu where he can't see straight, and Bruce Bruce Arians is caught up at the airport and he can't get to the stadium, and half the defense doesn't show up. And oh yeah, their offensive line all sprains their ankles getting off the plane, and they can't make it onto the field. So I'm sorry, I don't see keys to victory. But you go through yours.
I don't see keys to victory.
And Tim, you know how much of a homer I am.
All right. Excuse me. Here's the keys to victory.
All right.
All right. How you beat Brady is you got to get to Brady. All right. So we have to get to Brady. We need that conspiracy theory to be true that we're going to end up with at least 5 sacks on Sunday. So that's number 1. But how do you get these sacks is number 2. Key to victory number 2 is cover for more than 2 seconds. All right? Please, just give me 2.75 seconds.
Wait, you notice how that just dropped off because we're not going to do that, but...
Yeah. No, it's not good, okay? But that's number 2, is you got to cover for more than 2 seconds. I literally just put please. Just please do it, all right? They won't run much, but when they do, we got to stuff it, all right? It's weird. They are one of the top offenses in the league, but they only average, they're like number 8 worst in yards per game, rushing yards per game. And it's not because of yards per carry. I'm sure if you did yards per carry for them, they would be just fine compared to other teams. Top 10 maybe.
Well, because no defense plays the run, so when they do run the football, they go for 12 yards because none of the defense is going. They're not running it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's weird. They don't run the football for some reason, and they have a good run game. That's the weird thing. It's not even like they're a bad run game. They have a top 10 offensive line. They have one of the best running back duos in the league with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette. And then they also have, of course, Giovanni Bernard now from Cincinnati. They added him as a 3rd down back. So they actually have the ability to run the football. They just don't for some reason. But when they do run it, we need to continue to stuff it because that's where we are strong as well. And especially them knowing that we're good against the run, they're going to be passing it a ton this week. I'm going with the the Jarris take here. Okay, get Heineke moving. At this point, I'm done with trying to make him a pocket passer. I don't really care if he gets hurt at this point because we don't have anything else to play for. Get him off the ball, out of the pocket, and make things happen with his legs and with his ability to move. All right, whether it's throwing on the run or whatever, get him some boots. Get Heineke moving like he was against Tampa Bay last year in the playoffs. Get Heineke moving because at this point, if he gets hurt and we have to see Kyle Allen, I'm not even mad about it. But I am done watching Heineke sitting in the pocket, not being able to see over the offensive line, and throwing a horrible pass. All right, I'm done. Then the last thing is win the turnover battle. We have yet to win the turnover battle all year long. It's been horrible. We're dropping interceptions. I mean, we dropped a wide open one against Denver last week. We dropped a wide open one against Kansas City. I don't think we got any turnovers against the Packers. Win the turnover battle in this football game. Tom Brady is not immune from throwing interceptions, especially in this style of offense of how they play.
Yeah, look at his last game.
Turnovers. I don't even know how many he had last game, but I'm sure.
I thought it was 2, but I could be wrong. But
so
he threw a
those
couple
are my
ducks out there.
5 keys to victory. And now let's end this segment off with a score prediction. What is the final score of this game?
I can't. I told you I can't predict a score where the Redskins lose because it just
Okay. So what
it
is it?
wouldn't. You know what? The Redskins are going to win 28-20
Woo! 28-20.
because I can't. If I predict they're going to lose, I'm not watching the game on Sunday.
31-30 Skids. I see. I can watch the game just fine and predict them to lose because I don't mind being wrong when I pick against Washington. That's how I look at it. 45-38 Bucs. Good night, TT. Stay goated. Jeez. 18-27 Skins. Look at you guys go.
You're predicting. TT is predicting the Redskins score 38. I like it.
I guess Tom Brady's going to throw points on our side, too. Throw some touchdowns our way.
Throw it backwards.
All right, my score is going to be a solid 34-16 Bucs win. But that's
probably the most sensible score I've seen yet.
Yeah, but hey, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, and I always love to be wrong whenever I pick against Washington, and I will.
No, and you're wise.
To be wrong.
You're wise because either way, you're right.
It's a win-win over here. It's a win-win.
Yeah,
All right,
go with that.
let's end this show with Dad's picks against the spread. He did better against the spread than I did just picking the games last week. I only got four right last week. I knew there was going to be some upsets, but I didn't pick any of them. I went with the Eagles over the Chargers, wrong. Went with the Panthers over the Patriots, wrong. Went with the 49ers over the Cardinals, wrong. I got them all wrong. Every upset I picked was wrong, but I, of course, didn't pick the Jags over the Bills. I didn't pick what other weird ones were happening. The Giants over the Raiders. I didn't pick these. But anyway, so Dad had 8 right.
Well, and I did change in my Yahoo. I did change the Patriots game to the Panthers based on some intel, so that I ended up only getting 7 right. But according to this
on the show, he got 8 out of. So because nobody knows that you picked it underneath. So if they went with your picks, they would have won money last week. So pressure's on.
Or at least broke even.
Here. No, they would have won. It's 8 out of 6. If they would have put $100 on each game, they would win $200 last week.
Wait. How it's? Oh, that's right. Dad buys. I'm sorry. You're right. So I was over.
8,
you're right.
8 right, 6 wrong. Don't sell yourself short. All right,
I
Dad's
try not to do that.
Picks against the spread. You haven't even picked them yet, have you? So this is going to be right off.
No, I actually ran through. This is. I'm not saying I won't change any of these, but I looked through all the scores, and this is what I went with.
Okay.
So we have Baltimore at Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore is giving 7.5. I picked Miami.
Ooh, Miami with the plus 7.5, huh?
Yep.
All right. Washington
Dallas
better luck next year's. That's what he says their name should be. The better luck next year. The Washington were buildings.
No, it's
the Washington were buildings.
It's the Washington off-season champions.
Yeah, the off-season champions. The off-seas. We're the off-seas. I like that. Kind of sounds catchy, actually. Washington off-seas.
So Dallas is playing at home, giving Atlanta 9. I'm going with Atlanta.
Ooh, ATL. Plus 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Tennessee is at home, giving the Saints 3. I went with Tennessee.
So they have a -3.
Yes, Tennessee -3. I'm going with Tennessee. They're at home. So that's pretty much a toss-up. Indianapolis is at home against Jacksonville, giving 10.5. And this time I'm going to go with Indianapolis, even though I went with the...
Plus 10.5?
Yes.
Okay.
New England at home, giving Cleveland 1. I chose Cleveland.
Oh, shoot. Cleveland plus 1?
Yes, Cleveland plus 1.
Wait, New England's favored in that game?
Yes.
Really?
According to Yahoo, I'm not I'm just showing you what.
Did I even
And
pick that game?
hold on, let me make sure. Yeah. Oh, they haven't gone to the final yet, but as of right now, we're on the
Wow.
Wednesday points. But
Okay.
yes, so Cleveland. I'm assuming Baker Mayfield's going to be better now, but
He played last week, and they played well last week. They
yeah,
crushed it last week, actually. So interesting.
yeah.
I
So
know
I'm
that
not.
I think Kareem Hunt is on the COVID list, but that this Ernest Johnson guy is awesome. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm surprised that Patriots are actually favored in that game. That's really surprising to me.
That's a Bill Belichick effect. But
I guess so.
anyway,
Hmm.
so Buffalo is playing in New Jersey, given 13. I'm going
Hmm.
with, or sorry, New Jersey. I always say that. The Jets. Um, so I went with the Jets
Hmm.
at minus 13 or plus 13. Sorry. Um, Pittsburgh is at home playing Detroit. They're given 8.5. I'm of the belief that Pittsburgh doesn't deserve to be over a touchdown favorite, so I'm going with Detroit.
The
That's a
Lions
anti-pick. I know.
plus 7.5. You said
8.5.
8.5. So minus 8.5 for the Lions.
Correct. No, plus 8.5.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, get your plus minus thing figured out.
Then
Washington getting
the
10.
Lions will never have a minus next to them.
Maybe if they play the local high school.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because half the team can't play. But
Yeah.
all
Something
right.
went really wrong if the Lions got a minus. But go ahead.
Well, and if you know me, I can't pick against Washington. Washington's at home getting 10. I got Washington
Okay.
just because I can't force myself to click the other button because that would
Okay.
be a traitorous.
Uh-huh.
Um, this one I went back and forth with, but Arizona's at home playing Carolina, given 10.5, and I don't like that. I'm going with Carolina.
Ooh, Carolina plus 10.5. You're getting a lot of underdogs this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 9 underdogs.
No, 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 no. Seven. Tennessee and I did Tennessee and Indianapolis, so I got two. So it's six out of
Oh,
wait,
I put plus. That was my fault.
yeah.
I put a
So
plus instead
it's
of a
two and
minus for the
seven.
Colts.
So 7 out of 9. Way off. You were way off with 8 out of 9. All right. So now my trend changes.
Okay.
The Chargers are given 2.5 to Minnesota. Minnesota absolutely sucks. And again, I will say to all those Redskin Facebook people that are like, we could have look what Kirk Cousins is doing for Minnesota. You can have them. The Chargers are going to beat them, and
All
they're going to
right.
beat them by more than one score. But anyway, I got the Chargers at home.
Got it.
Denver at home is going to beat Philadelphia, given 2.5.
Okay.
Um, Green Bay, this is another underdog. Green Bay is going to lose to Seattle because
Oh.
I think they're in turmoil because of the whole
Roger situation.
Rodgers, which I think is total BS. Don't skewer me, but I just think it's total BS.
Okay.
So Seattle's going to win, getting 3. So Seattle
Getting 3.
plus 3.
Okay.
Kansas City is playing in Vegas, but is only giving 2.5 to Vegas. I'm sorry, but is Vegas that good, or am I
Vegas is
missing
actually
something?
decent.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think Kansas City's going to wake up eventually, and the fact that I'm only given 2.5, I like Kansas City.
All right.
And then I went with the Rams, given 4 at San Francisco. I'm picking the Rams.
Rams minus 4.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see how you guys do. I had just the ones that are different. I picked Baltimore. Of course, I'm not picking against the spread. I picked Baltimore. I picked Dallas. I actually picked the Saints over Tennessee. I'm going with the upset there, with Trevor Simeon. Believe it or not, I think the Titans fall. They just beat the Rams. I think they're going to have too high, and I think they're going to lose.
That makes sense.
I got the Browns. No, you got the Browns also. So I'm
Yep.
surprised they're favorites on that. That's crazy to me. Did I pick the? Did I not write down the Colts game? How many games do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Indianapolis is playing Jacksonville. So, did you not include that one?
Oops, I didn't. Chris, I'm guessing that we're both going to pick the Colts on that one.
Yeah, I picked it. I picked the Colts. So,
Yeah. I wrote it down for Chris. I don't think he's going to pick against the Colts on that one. All right. You have the Jets. Of course, I did not pick the Jets, but you're going with the plus 13. I didn't pick the Lions. I picked the Steelers. I picked the Bucs.
Look, maybe
Chris picked Washington, though.
Hey, I like it. But I was just going to say about the Jets. Okay, I thought the Colts were a pretty decent team, and the Jets, with a third-string quarterback, ripped off 30 and almost got a garbage touchdown for 37. So I don't like giving them 13, and maybe the Buffalo is that much better defensively. But I think that rookie quarterback gave the Jets life, and they're playing for him. So that's why I picked them.
Interesting.
And they could easily get blown out by Buffalo. I get it, but I don't like giving that many points. So it is what it is.
Well, I'm not going to question it because I had 4 right last week, so I'm not going to change any of your picks. As soon as I talk to you, my picks go to crap. What is this? What is this? You rubbed up on. I was 5 ahead of Chris. I was actually doing. I had a week where I only had 1 wrong. I was doing great, and then I talked to you 1 week later after talking to you. Terrible.
Why? If you want some, I do consulting work on the side, Tim. I don't charge. my rates are very reasonable.
Yeah, because if you charged, I want my money back too. No, Tim and Jarris's Sports Talk. Sub to the channel. We're going to be posting clips over there of the show. And also, I think he's going to... I don't know if we're going to post the full show over there. Also, we may. I don't know. That might be up to me. But I know Chris is going to be posting the clips of the show over there. So that'll be fun. Subscribe to that channel. Watch those so we can start hitting that into the algorithm. And thank you guys so much for watching. All right. Well, that's a show. Any last things you want to say before we roll out of here, Dad?
Just go Skins. Prove me wrong.
Me too. Prove me wrong too. No, wait. Prove you right. You picked him twice.
I know. I pick them all the time. I can't help myself. Hey, thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. Great time. Look forward to next week.
Absolutely. Awesome. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I want to say, but yeah, I'm going to go add the link in the description for that new channel. And I think that's all I have left as well.
Hey, well, good luck to you guys in your other channel, and maybe I'll step in and stomp on
correct the records. Yeah, correct our mistakes. Yeah.
I'll play Rob from Haymarket for you.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7. We're not going to be doing the NFL game. We're going to be doing the UNC versus Pittsburgh game tomorrow at 7 p.m. Having some fun because Sam Howell and Kenny Pickett are projected potential first, second round picks. So we'll watch that game to see who we like more. Chris and I like both guys a lot, so it'll be fun to see who gets the better of that matchup. So tomorrow night is a college game, UNC versus Pittsburgh. And we'll see you then tomorrow. And then we'll see you, of course, on Sunday for Washington. And until next time, see you!